Hey guys, it's Aiden here making another video. Today I'm going to share some of the traps that we can get into when engaging in self-care. Let's get into it. For those of you who are new to my channel, I talk about my own journeys, my own learnings, my own experiences, and hopefully by sharing those, it's helpful for you. If you enjoy this video, then consider checking my other videos, and if you like those, then consider subscribing. So today, as I mentioned, I'll be talking about self-care and some of the traps that we can get caught into when engaging with self-care. And there's a lot of hype on the internet. There's a lot of like videos and trends and all these different kinds of things to do self-care, like ice plunges and saunas and supplements and all kinds of stuff, different meditation techniques. And it can quickly become overwhelming. I know I watched a video about Hubner, I think his name is. He's got a bunch of different self-care stuff and all of his routines put together to like have like a healthy routine in the morning. You would have to spend like 4 hours or something to do all that stuff. So it can be quite overwhelming quite quickly. So I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the traps with that, because part of recovery and part of healing and part of taking care of yourself is to do self-care. So how do we do that in a way that actually is benefiting us? So as I mentioned, there's a lot of influx of data. So it's really important to understand exactly what self-care is. And the way I usually define self-care is doing something that invokes or creates a sense of ease, a sense of relaxation, and it's filling your cup. So it's giving you more energy, right? So a lot of times at first when we engage in self-care things, it can start with that intention and it's helpful in that way. But in my own personal experience, I've often found myself kind of hyperfixating on an aspect of self-care. So whether it be like meditation or ice baths or sauna or whatever, any kind of routine or whatever. And I get so focused on the thought that I should be doing this every day, and I lose track of the benefits of like focusing on filling my cup. So it becomes a much more like rigid structure of like, I need to do this every day, instead of having a more flexible structure that's like, hey, like what would be most beneficial for me at this given time. And I think that's kind of the trap that some people can get caught into with some of these trends and things like that. They might be useful tools, but doing it every day might not be what is best for you, or may not be feasible for you. And so being able to practice some flexibility with those self-care routines has been really helpful for me. One of the things to kind of focus on when engaging in self-care, or to kind of catch yourself if it is starting to slip into something that's maybe not helping you, is to notice like, how are you looking forward to doing that thing, or are you not looking forward to doing that thing? So a lot of times we can create these rules and rigid expectations of what we should be doing each day. And if it's not something that we're excited for, or it's not something that like feels good when we're doing it, then it might be something that we're shooting ourselves into doing. Whereas if it's something that genuinely is providing some sort of relief or feeling better, then it's more likely that we're doing something from a more regenerative place or healing kind of mindset. So I know sometimes when we're feeling really down and depressed, for example, doing self-care might not feel like something we want to do. That's kind of like the exception, I guess, is when we're feeling down, but we know there's something that that will help us feel better. So being able to have that motivation to kind of like get up and do that is important. But even in those moments, practicing flexibility. So if you're feeling down that day and you're feeling kind of depressed, maybe like normally you do like a 15-minute meditation, maybe that day you do 5 instead, because like it's you kind of have to adapt to that situation. So it's a little bit easier. So those are just some thoughts that I want to share around self-care, because I've noticed that within myself. and I'm sure other people can relate. So I know this is kind of a short video, but hopefully it's helpful in some way. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in future videos. Bye for now.